Hey everybody, Gary here. I just got back from vacation and I've got some really great images that I'd like to share with you. But first things first, I've got to do something about this. Okay, 1 second. All right, feeling much better. So Emily and I took a week's vacation in Mabou, Cape Breton, which is just one of our most favorite places to go. The beaches are fantastic and there are lots of great hiking trails that are nearby, so it's a good spot if you want to get some nice, landscapes or even wildlife images. And because it's so far away from any city or major sources of light pollution, it's a great spot to take night sky photos. In the past, I've taken Milky Way photos in Mabou with my old Tokina 20mm f2, and this time around I was lucky enough to get a few shots of the comet Neowise. And for that, I didn't need a particularly fast lens. All I needed was a lens with a little bit of reach, so my 70-300 FE, and the other essential component, of course, is a tripod. A tripod is essential if you need your camera to be completely stationary for, a few seconds. And so before I left, I actually picked up a new tripod. So I picked up the Peak Design travel tripod. It's a bit of an indulgence, but there are a few reasons why I think it's worthwhile. First of all, I hate carrying around a tripod. Most tripods, they take up so much space and you're using some sort of external carry solution to attach the tripod to the back of your backpack. But this one is just so small in terms of overall volume that it actually fits into the water bottle compartment in most backpacks. I've got the version 1 Peak Design Everyday backpack, and this fits in there just fine. If you really wanted to, you could just put it straight into the water bottle compartment and leave it alone, but it's nice just to sort of kind of tuck it in there. So the volume is a major convenience in and of itself. So the other convenience or advantage of the travel tripod, if you already have a Peak Design version 3 capture clip, is that they actually use the same mounting plate. And so that's it right there. So you can keep that same mounting plate on your camera, and it's good for both the tripod and for the capture clip itself. And because the travel tripod comes with a mounting plate, all of a sudden you have an extra mounting plate for your second camera, for example. The tripod really came in handy for capturing Comet Neowise and for some hummingbirds that were just sort of hanging around. And for the first time, it felt like, this tripod didn't get in the way of getting anywhere. Any place that I would take my backpack, I could easily take my travel tripod. I could even take it places where I wouldn't normally feel the need to have a tripod, but by having a tripod on hand, it allows you to be a little more deliberate with your shots. With a tripod, you can compose and fine-tune shots, like lower angle shots, in a way that you really can't when you're just doing things handheld. So in situations where the light is starting to fade and you're at sort of an uncomfortable angle where your hands aren't going to be as steady as they could be, having a tripod means that you can have longer shutter speeds for those stationary subjects to get all the light you need so that you can be shooting at ISO 100 any day. But I think the real superstar for photography this vacation was actually my second camera, which was the Sony a6100. Now this is not my camera, this is my brother-in-law's camera. He just picked it up, but since he's out of town, I went and picked it up for him and brought it with me, so, lucky me. And at first glance, the a6100 isn't all that different from the a6000. You'll usually find it bundled with the same 16-50mm kit zoom, which is actually surprisingly good. But of course, there are areas where the a6100 is markedly improved over the a6000, and that would be in areas like autofocus. Continuous eye autofocus in humans and animals was fantastic, just getting shots of the dogs running on the beach. And the tilting screen, which actually comes all the way up, was nice for selfies and things like that. Fun stuff. As someone that's used to carrying around a heavy, full frame A7R2 and a large lens like the 70-300, it's just refreshing to carry something that's so small and light, especially paired with the 16-50mm kit lens. That full frame equivalent of 24 to 75 or so is just so versatile, and you can just carry this anywhere and capture these really great wide shots of whatever landscape you happen to be looking at. You can get some really great compositions, and I think that the 24 megapixel sensor in this thing does the job well enough. I mean, I'm still a bit of a full frame snob, but honestly, this is starting to sell me on APS-C cameras. For travel, for that everyday carry camera, this just makes so much more sense than a full frame camera with a 24 to 70. But that's it. It's back to reality. The vacation is over. I've got a lot of great ideas for some new content coming your way, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you get notified the next time I upload something else. If you've got any questions, make sure you leave them in the comments section below. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. And until next time, take more photos. Later.